It's actually just been a week since I last streamed, but it feels like it's been like a while, like a long time. It's been pretty busy for me. I feel like for some reason it's like every like I've been like gosh like tired. Like I've been so busy with like other stuff like in real life that it's just kind of like I think my like I feel a lot more tired than usual. Yeah, hopefully today would be like it's gonna be like a chill stream besides like Phoenix Wright, because let me get to the case. I feel like it's gonna go down really hard, especially I think this is the last one of the game. I found out like chapter 4 of Phoenix Wright Justice for All is like the last chapter for this game, and I was like, I thought there was gonna be 5. No, it wasn't. I guess because of like the first game had like a 5th chapter as a bonus. I guess this game does not have a bonus. But yeah. I wonder if we're gonna finish it by like with one case though, because it's like they said like the killer, Mr. D Killer. Wait, his name was D Killer. Well, a creative name, but he said that we had only like one shot to do this. I think I did spoil myself though accidentally, so but I'm not gonna say right now what it is. But I kind of feel sad a little bit that I spoiled myself over something that might have been really important, but I guess it might be small, but yeah. I actually got to watch some shoujo anime recently. It is similar to some of the same ones, but like I started watching You and I Are Polar Opposites. This is like a really cute anime. Again, it's like in a high school. I'm realizing I actually do like high school romances still. I'm not too bothered by them. It's just I guess how they're like written. I guess some of them are just kind of like, oh, some of them are just similar to what I've seen from like past shoujo anime that I'm like, I don't think I want to watch this. Not because it's bad, but I'm just kind of, I think I'm too old for the demographic now. But You and I Are Polar Opposites is just really sweet. Like the art style, one thing about like the art style is very unique and a lot different compared to other anime I've seen. I feel like there's like some parts of like the anime where it doesn't feel like you're watching like the art style doesn't feel like you're watching like an anime. It feels like more of like a cartoon style, like Western cartoon sometimes. And I think it's just like the way it's drawn. It definitely has a unique style. I really love the main character. I love like the bubbly main characters that are like extroverted sometimes, and I really love MC. And they get together in the first episode. It's really quick, which makes me a little concerned. Like, am I still gonna watch this after like they got together? Because the pining is the thing that kind of keeps me in. Sometimes, but I just watched episode 3 today, which is I think like the latest one. So I'm still into it. If it dies down for me, then whatever. But I think it's really cute right now. I really like the attraction between the opposites though. Like, yeah, cute, like very extroverted girl meets like an introverted boy. There was a scene in episode 2 that was really cute where like they were talking in the park and then they look at the guy's phone and it says like how to talk to a girl or how to talk to girlfriend talk, and he just like hides himself and then he runs away. He runs away. You know, I'd do that too. I'd probably do that too if I was like in a similar situation. I'd run too. I'd be scared. I'd be too embarrassed. And then I love how she just like runs to him to like catch him. So it's like I love this in there. I love that trope. I love that trope where like you run away from like your crush or like your lover because you embarrassed yourself. And I think that's kind of really cute. Wait, hold on. Okay. I find that trope really, really cute. I've seen that like I think one time I've seen that like in the manhwa, but it was in a dream. It was a dream scenario. It was the business proposal. The MC runs away from like her boss, who is also the male lead, and then he catches up to her. Wait, they did that in the K-drama though. They did that in the K-drama where he has to run after her several times because she drops her shoe, and he's like, "You, I know you," or like something like that. It was so funny. I love that trope. I love the running away trope. Maybe not a lot of people would like it, but I love that. I fucking love it. What else? I don't really care that much about like the other characters, but then again, I haven't really seen that much of them. There was like in the 3rd episode, I forgot his name, the brown haired dude who was like sitting on the desk and he was like thinking like he was like not overthinking, but he was like he has a really good read of people, and he's so like I guess nihilistic of people because he always thinks that everyone has an ulterior motive. And like, oh, you have to, there is like this hierarchy you kind of have to like follow for people to like you. And I'm like, my guy, you're thinking this too much. It's not that deep. I just think like it's not that deep. You don't need to think this hard over like not being yourself in the hierarchy is like, you have to not be yourself to be like part of the hierarchy, and like oh everybody is nihilistic and that has an ulterior motive. Like, my guy, calm down. Calm down, it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to be yourself, and sometimes it's just like it's not that deep for everyone. It's not that deep for everyone. like he was like over like thinking of like he didn't have a crush on the MC, but he was like just concerned about the male lead being like, this MC is like, I mean, the MC does have this thing where she has to kind of like impress people because she feels like she needs to, and like this guy kind of knew, so he was worried about the male lead to be like, oh god, are you gonna like, is she gonna abandon you because you don't actually feel like fit her type and you're not popular and anything, but like yeah. Oh, why does that remind me of like American high school though? Of like in American high school movies where it's just like you gotta be popular. Popularity is so much, it's so good. Like, but in like it kind of reminds me of that with what he was thinking, but like yeah. Like each scene. I love how sometimes when like the MC there was one scene I watched the English dub too, and I think I like the English dub more than the Japanese dub because I love the MC's voice. I love when her there was a scene when they were like walking out of the school and then people were saying bye to her and her voice was getting higher and higher and she was like bye. She sounded like Toad. She sounded like Toad. She was like bye. I love her. I love her MC. I love the I think there's like a good amount of shoujo protagonists that are kind of like her, and usually when I see a shoujo protagonist like her, it's like refreshing because there's a good amount. I think most of the shoujo protagonists I've seen or like seen in old media, they're kind of like very shy, very introverted, blushing, not really talking. I guess they're very shy. But she's very extroverted, and I really like those. I really like her. I really like her so much, and she's like more like, she's so expressive. She's very, very expressive, and I feel like it's kind of like a fresh air, breath of fresh air, basically. I watched. They got to the arc where you get to see what Ori's like in Taman's B-side. I do not like Ori. I don't remember if I mentioned this last time, but I do not like Ori. I get it's sad that you didn't get to be the leader of the group, and I'm pretty sure that's like a very big impact maybe in the K-pop industry, probably. I don't know that much about the J-pop industry, but maybe it's like the same. And then like you cry about it, like I guess I can see like why you get sad, but I guess boo-hoo. Because you don't need to be mean to Taman, okay? Like, dude, I think that the way they said it in the anime, I feel like he was kind of a bit meaner when they first introduced themselves. When Taman and Ori are introduced to each other. I think he was kind of a bit mean with like one of the lines, and he was like, "You're my minion now." I don't think he said that in the manga, but he said it in the anime, and I'm like, bro, you're just a bitch throughout. You're mean to him. You're kind of like, don't say he's mini. I mean, he's gonna, yeah, you're gonna take care of him, but don't say you're like, yeah, calling me a minion. That gives me the wrong vibe. That gives me the wrong vibe so much. Like, do not call that. Do not call that if you're not trying to be mean. But he's like, I don't think when I read the manga, I don't think my opinion has changed of him. He's like iffy to me, and like with Taman and him getting maybe into a friendship, I don't see any progress of that in the manga at all. I don't know, maybe they might have it in the future, but like from what I've read in the manga, there was no progress of them being like friendly with each other, or he's just kind of still petty. And yeah, he still likes MC Utage still a lot. And he's like, Taman, I want him to have more friends. I like Taman a lot, especially when he cried at the scene when they were singing Rain. By the way, I really want the full version of that song. It sounded good, and I'm like, finally, it's in the anime, and it actually has a real song. In the manga, the song was also called Rain, and so now they have like an official like song of it, and I'm like, I like it so much. I wanna listen to it when I'm in the car or like when I'm in the train, and like listen, it's so good. It was so good. Like, and then they really did a good job with putting the scene where you find out like, oh, Taman was not the leader anymore. It's Kaito. It was a good scene when they were dancing. It's fluid dancing. They didn't do like 3D this time. They did 2D for them dancing, and it looked really good. It looked really good. And then we're gonna find out more about Kaito now, since I think the next episode we're gonna learn about like, oh, what Kaito's personality is. I already know what it is, but I'm really curious how he's gonna act, cause like, yeah, I know how he's gonna act, but maybe the voice acting. I'm so curious about seeing the voice acting for it, and I wish we could. I don't know if they're gonna have an English dub for this anime. I'm assuming they will, but I would love to hear an English dub of the characters. Even though it might take me out when they start singing in Japanese, but it's like, I really love. I'm really curious how their English dub is gonna be, like, if they have one, and I think they will probably have one, hopefully. You know, Bocchi the Rock doesn't have an English dub, right? It has like a Puerto Rican dub, or like Portuguese dub, right? Does Bocchi the Rock have an English dub? I actually don't know. Yeah, Taman, I can see why a lot of people see Taman is like Bocchi. They are not only do they have pink hair and are socially anxious, but they're also kind of related in the music industry. Yeah, Bocchi, I don't think Bocchi sings, but Bocchi like plays the guitar, while Taman is like a singer and dances, but they're both in the music industry in a way. There's very, yeah, he's like, Taman is like the boy version, but on also the popular version of Bocchi, I guess. That's like the difference. He's popular and I guess a guy, but yeah. I also did watch a little bit of Dark Moonblood a few minutes ago, actually, of the episode. Okay, so man, I feel like watching that anime is like backtracking me of like, oh, what was in the manhwa, because I did read the manhwa, but that was like ages ago. And yeah, I forget. Like, I remember the date scene with Shion. Well, I remembered he did that. It's like, I forgot that he delayed his friends' time with Suha just because he wanted to hang out with her. It feels weird that he's kind of like, oh, interested in her too, because I remember like it was like the love interest where it was Healy and then possibly Chris. And him like, oh, I don't think the guys besides Healy are like really like romantically involved with her though. If I remember in the manhwa, it was mostly just Healy who was, and I think maybe Chris, but it was more like the rest of the guys, they were just like, oh, friends. But there wasn't really anything else with like, oh, trying to get a date with her, trying to get like the kiss, maybe like possible kiss. or holding hands. There wasn't something like that. Oh no, wait. Not with the vampires, but there was another character that was romantic involved there. Oh, they're gonna get to that point. Oh no, I'm not gonna say, but damn. There is one other romantic interest, and it's kind of brutal with the relationship, but yeah. Maybe I need to read the manhwa again. I did stop reading the manhwa at this point where Suha wasn't really seen that much anymore because she got captured, and I was like, I miss MC, I miss Suha. I like the guys, but I miss my girl. I miss MC, and then I just stopped, and I'm like, now I should read it now after the anime came out. And it's so wild to think that, man, Dark Blood Moon got an anime, because I would never think that webtoon would ever get an anime at all. It's like with the isekai romance genre, like with the isekai romance animes that are coming out right now. Like I wanted like the Raeliana, well that one's a manhwa, but the Raeliana one, I wanted that to have like an anime, and it was like, this would be a miracle if they did. And they did have an anime, and I didn't really like it, but they did have an anime, and I'm like, yes. Yeah. Like, and then also like the anime that did come out this season, like, I always forget the name because the name is really long. The one where like the villainess is taken to another country or something. Okay, I forgot. That's not the right title, but it has to do with Aqua City. That one, I also read a bit of that manga, a little bit, because it was like ages ago. It was very new to me. Like there was only a few chapters out, and I kind of was waiting for more, but then I guess I forgot about it. But yeah, I would never think that would get an anime either, because it was so niche at the time. Like there is like, I'm so glad that like a lot of isekai villainous like genre, like manhwa and manga are getting anime, because like you would never think they're so niche that you would never think that they would get popular to get like an anime at all. And yeah, maybe there's not a lot of people watching it, but having an anime is already like a good thing already. That is already like a huge that is already like, that's already really good. It's a win on my book. Like, as somebody who's loves that genre, that very niche genre, an anime is already a win. It's like, you would just never think, because like, you would just never think like something small would get like, I guess, something like this big. Yeah, I wish that the Raeliana one got more good, like better animation, because it was a really good manhwa. It was one of my first isekai romance manhwa that I've ever read, and it was my favorite for a long time. I don't think I have like a favorite now, but it was definitely one that really was very special to my heart. And I really liked how the male lead acted. He was like kind of a little cunning, but also like flirty, and I was like, I like this. I like this dynamic between her and him. And she's like, I can't be with you because I'm not MC, and I'm taking MC's place. But he's like, no, I want to be with you. It's like the oh my gosh, the tension. I love the tension. Maybe I just really love isekai romance because of like the tension is so good. I'm just like, he's like, I like you, but I can't be with you. Oh my gosh, I do have like a story that's really funny. Well, to me, one of my friends, well, there was an anime that came back, I think like 2 years ago. It's not a silent voice. It's not a silent voice, but I forgot what it's called. Silent. It's like silent something. Okay, it was a shoujo about a shoujo anime. Oh no, it's A Sign of Affection. That was it called. I was watching A Sign of Affection with one of my friends who also really loves isekai, shoujo, manhwa, manga as well. And we were watching this anime, and we were like, oh god, I'm really worried about MC. Because we were thinking like, oh god, what if the male lead is like a player, And like, oh, like what if he's like, he's too nice. He's too nice. He has an ulterior motive. Like, like and we were like so suspicious of him because he was like so nice to her immediately, and we're like, and then we were like, what if he's just using her because of like the sign language stuff, because he likes learning languages, but he's just like, he doesn't really like her, but she likes him, but he doesn't really like her because it's just, he just wants to learn more languages and he doesn't feel that way. And like, what if it feels like him getting close to her just feels like he's using her, but he doesn't realize it? And we were like thinking of this, and it turns out no, he just really liked her, and we were just overthinking it. And one of my other friends who loved this anime and manga really got mad at us for overthinking it. Like overthinking it. And it was like, oh. I think reading too many isekai romance manhwa, there is a lot of like politics and like strategy, and like a lot of like, you have to like, the male lead doesn't really love you very easily. You have to strategize a lot, and the strategizing of like the MC strategizing, planning, and like acting a bit different. I'd maybe a little bit more mature, but like it catches the male lead's attention, and then they fall in love, and it's like like I think just reading too much of that, right? Especially there are some isekai romance where they're like, they don't like each other, or they're using each other, but then they end up falling in love with each other. Reading so much of that really affected like how I perceived like just like romance anime that were just like something that wasn't like, I didn't need to think too deep about, like wholesome shoujo anime. Like I overthought like watching some wholesome shoujo anime because I read so much, as I just intake like a lot of like drama related romance manhwa and manga. But yeah, it's back to Dark Blood Moon. Yeah, Chris was like Dark Moon Blood. Chris was revealed, so I kind of have already familiarity with what he's gonna be like. I mean, because I already read part of the manhwa. But yeah, dude, I remembered when I was watching that episode, I remembered like, man, I remember this manhwa being very brutal. Like they showed like a good amount of like bloody stuff. And yeah, of course they're vampires, but like no, burning people and like death, like very like gruesome deaths. And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot how like brutal this guy's anime is. Cause they were like burning the vampires alive. And like, oh, oof. And then Healy first finally got like really serious. This is the first time we get to see him very serious. Oh my, I think his name was Jaka, the one who was running. I really like his hair. I really like his look. I like the long-haired look for like the guys. It's like, whoa, that's cool. But yeah, when I saw that last bit when Suha was running to Chris, I was like, oh, she's gonna get hit by a car. She's gonna get isekai. She was like running at him when she was crossing the road. If the next episode starts with her getting almost hit by a car, that would kind of be funny. But like, oh my god, Suha, no. I don't remember if that did ever happen, but it would be kind of funny if it's like, oh no, car almost hits her. But she'll be fine. She's very strong. I love that she was able to fight back with her strength. I'm seeing like there's a good amount of shoujo protagonists I've seen recently in anime right now that have just the ability to be like have super strength. There was like a gorilla one also with there was a girl who had like the girl spirit and she had super strength. That one's another one. I've been watching like a lot. I mean, I did watch Unbeatable as well, like Unbeatable playthroughs. And like that Beat is like a tank. So like I guess I've been watching a lot of material with like the protagonist girls are like very strong. It was pretty cool though, but yeah. Also say about the episode. I guess nothing. I just like, oh yeah, this is just like a recap to me from what I read from the manhwa. But oh wait, no, there was like a really smooth line that Healy was telepathically talking with Suha, and he's like, oh yeah, I did have something very important to do, but I'm going to the plaza where Suha was because there's something more important that I have to do there. And she's like, what's that? And he's like, meeting you. And she's like, gasping. She gasps. I think that was a smooth one. I think that was pretty smooth. Okay, Love in Deep Space. I'm going into this. Oh my god, I watched the main story finally, the latest main story, and I feel really bad for Xavier and sad about Raphael. I think I'm more sad about Raphael just because I like Raphael more than Xavier, but oh my god, Xavier's part. I feel really bad for him. Like, yeah, he did get his part of his group back, his friends and cousin slash brother. I don't know what Isaiah is. I'm assuming that he is his brother, but Xavier just doesn't like him being called his brother for some reason. But they had apparently, like, yeah, their ship was destroyed, so they could never go back home, right? But there were still remnants of possibly saving the ship. They had like a sliver of hope going back, but because one of the villain of this of Xavier's arc was like, I'm bringing Philos to Earth, or like to replace Earth, but Philos would be like a huge like dead shell, right? So Philos wouldn't be actually the same, it would just be dead. So he was killing Philos technically. I forgot the villain's name. No, I'm not gonna lie, but like Xavier did have like small parts of the ship that could have helped them bring them back, and the reason why like it was still there is like people still like, they were at a point, Xavier's crew was at a point where like they did not have any hope anymore, so I think they didn't listen to him when he even mentioned like they had all this stuff, even though it was like very small, like it could have still helped them with their chances, but they've already kind of like gave up and then just like lived on Earth for a while. But like, dang, Xavier had like this cube, right, that was like, I think like the ship themselves, and you could like speak to the ship, but like it was the ship's energy, and he's like, this is like our last hope to get back to Philos, but since we have to deal with this, like we have to save Philos because Philos is gonna be brought here and we need to stop Philos from dying, right? We have to sacrifice this one small item, and that means we can never go back to Philos and never try to travel back to our like current timeline. And I'm like, oh, that's brutal. And they were like, MC and Xavier said like, let's have one last goodbye to this device, because like Xavier's like, I'm never gonna go back home. This is the only thing. This is the last thing. He's never gonna save his mission either, because the reason why they went to Earth, right? They were at a time apparently where Earth was destroying itself because it was dying, and they still had like but it still had the protocore. So their plan was going to a dying planet, get the protocore, and bring it back to Philos, right? But they accidentally went on a time, I think 200 years earlier, from the death of the Earth, and they got stuck in that timeline. So not only are they gone from Philos, but they're also gone. They've gone to the past, basically. Which makes me curious. I didn't really catch this, but does that mean that the current timeline right now is already past 200 years? Because Xavier is a lot older, and I think we are at a climax right now where the Earth is dying, or is about to die, which I will talk about a little bit later. But like, oh my god, Xavier and MC had like this moment, and just like just like sitting a little bit, just to I guess come like after talking about like how bad this situation is, I think maybe a situation like they just want to like calm down and say goodbye. And like, this is something I really like. I like that the MC cried for Xavier. I think just like I've seen like a lot of like of the characters of like the show, like the MC, the feminine MC, is to be like seen as strong. You shouldn't cry, right? And I've seen that a lot in like a lot of media recently, and it's just refreshing to see, yeah, you can be strong, but you can be emotional. hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry, I have a habit of pressing the game screen. Like, I'm back. It's refreshing to see a strong female character cry for maybe because I've seen like a lot of media where right now that it's just like the strong female character doesn't need to be emotional, and it's just really refreshing to see that like MC cry. It's like, again, like, you don't need to be... You can be strong, but you can also be emotional, and being emotional, I think, is also a strong trait. You know, like, crying isn't seen as a weakness. It can be seen as, like, you care about this person's situation, and I think that's still really good. Like, that's still, I guess, a strong trait that you care. Especially with, like, Xavier didn't cry, but, like... He did feel appreciated that, like, MC was sad. MC did also cry about it with Raphael, too. Like, she cried with that, too, as well. With his situation, but yeah. I'm a bit confused about, like, what the third plan is. I think the third plan is like... I forgot what it was. Okay, maybe I just forgot what it was. It was... I guess... Okay, I can't think of it right now, but apparently they have, like, a third plan, like... a third stage, since they couldn't fulfill their job of like going back to Philos with the protocore, right? Because everything is gone with the ship, and they also apparently parts of Philos have been transported to Earth, and apparently there is a statue of the Holy Mage's like the Holy Mage's sword, or the goddess. It was like the goddess's sword, right? And they had to destroy it because that statue was related to why Philos was getting brought into Earth, and so they had to destroy it. And like some of like Isaiah was like, I don't like this because this is literally the symbolism of Philos, and like Xavier didn't like it either. Some of them did. Like I think like Jeremiah probably didn't like that much, but he had to, like, it's whatever, they had to like destroy it. But like, yeah, like, dude, this chapter, like, this arc really tested like them forcibly going against Philos, like forcibly going against what they stood for, because one guy in their crew is a maniac and brought Philos, old Philos that was like dying. So like, yeah. And then Xavier's like, they have like a third stage now. I forgot what it was about, but like yeah, I guess like at the end it was kind of like a bittersweet ending. Like Xavier lost everything to go back home, but then the positive thing is he has part of his crew back. He has his friends back. Like Jeremiah has always been with him. Isaiah, his brother cousin, is back. And like I like Isaiah. I really kind of like Isaiah. He's like very like, yeah, he's very mean, but he's a bit silly. There was a comic that I saw that was I really liked, and it was shipping Isaiah with one of the characters that works with MC in their job. I think her name starts with an S. She has like a black ponytail, and she was like in the chapter, she was like, oh, so cool, this is so cool that we're handling these huge like guns and everything. I forgot her name, but he was shipped with her, and I feel like I can see this happening. I really like this. I really like the dynamic here, but yeah, that there was that, and I feel bad for Saber, but he got his friends, part of his friends again. There was another guy also, I forgot his name though, that has like, he has a really cool evil where it's like he can like, I guess, control people's like brains technically. like mind manipulation in a bit, but he helped people with their insomnia, and I like how he's pretty chill though. He like ended up becoming like working with, I guess, like investigators and police, I think. So I guess he has some sort of like sense of justice. But yeah, it's nice that to see like, oh yeah, Xavier has his friends again. But then there was like this one thing where they have like this one symbol of maybe hope, because there was something that was found in the rubble where they had like their final like fight. And I don't know if that's related. It might be related to helping them go back home, but yeah, it's a very bittersweet ending. Raphael's though, I really loved his animation fights. I loved it a lot. Especially there was a part at the end where he like tells the MC like you didn't hear it, but like everybody's like cheering or something like that, and then he walks with MC with his arm around her waist, and they like, after they fight, he immediately just like holds her and then they just walk casually away, and I'm like, that's so smooth. That is so smooth. Like, I love how like smooth these characters are, like especially with Raphael. Like he fights and then he just smoothly like just casually walks away or casually do something after a fight. I love that. I really love that with him. But I really like his animation one more. With Xavier's, yeah, it was pretty good. Like when I was watching it, it like just came out of nowhere. But I think with Raphael's, his animation was related to a very major scene of like, oh, we're seeing him trying to get the ring back. And that one's like a very major part of the story, right? With Xavier's, I guess it is, but I feel like we just only saw like the fight parts that before. I feel like the animation should have been with Xavier and him facing the main villain. With him, we just saw a cool fighting scene, which is, yeah, I mean, they are technically in a pocket version of Helos, and the scene was cool, but maybe I just wished it was related more to the main like situation. Whereas with Raphael, it was related to a very major situation, was trying to get the ring back. With Xavier, it was just like, it felt like a random fight scene. But it was still cool. It was still pretty cool. I think Xavier's might have been animated. Like, this... I guess you got to see cooler stuff with Xavier's, but I think with Raphael's, I really like it because it had to do with a major part of the story. And there was some... I love how smooth he is with, like, just, like, fighting and then, like... pretending to be, like, MC's, like, kidnapper and everything, but yeah. Yeah, I do like the fighting scenes in this, in the main events, but I do kind of miss the old scenes where it was just kind of like casually talking. Yeah, we get to see that in other cards and like other special like events, but man, I do miss the old times on like the when you in like the first arcs where you did get to see multiple animated scenes of them kind of like talking and hanging out. It's like more casual than just like a fight scene, but I think the fight scenes are there because, yeah, we're now exploring more of the characters now. This isn't just like an introduction. Like the very first arcs, there's a lot of animations just to introduce you to the characters, but now since we're going to have like, I guess maybe like 4 arcs, like one arc has like 4 major chapters, and also, yeah, your phone might go really shitty if you have too many animations implemented in it. But yeah, I think because like the fight scenes just show like, oh, how cool and like how cool this stuff is, but I miss the casual scenes, and I don't think they're gonna bring casual scenes anytime soon. Maybe just only when they're gonna introduce the 6th lead, because every time they introduce a character, they have multiple animated scenes of them just so you can get introduced. But when it comes to like already a character you've already introduced, it's just one scene. I'm like, oh, I miss it when they had like multiple and there were like a good amount of casual scenes instead of like the fighting scenes. I love the fighting scenes, but I just miss the casual ones. Like, we're able to talk to them and hang out a little bit in the main story. But yeah. Anyways, for Raphael's, it was, oh man, the choir singing the lament was very beautiful. That was very, very beautiful. Who is the original singer of that? Like, because it's like a lady, right? I wonder if that's the queen. And we do find out that Raphael's parents are dead. This is the first mention we hear about the parents. Wait, actually, no, we did hear about Xavier's parents, but like, yeah. This is, I guess, we hear finally the parents of, like, Raphael. I mean, we did hear about Zane's parents in another timeline where Zane accidentally killed them. But we don't really get a mention of, like, the parents of the characters. Well, actually, wait, no, I take that back. No, Xavier's parents are the king and queen, and I guess they're alive, question mark, and I mean the future timeline. Zane's parents we don't really know in the current timeline. Raphael's are dead. Silas is probably doesn't know, maybe because I think he's an orphan as well. And then Caleb, no, we don't know. We just know the grandma. She's dead. Yeah, so I guess we kind of already have an idea of their parental background for each character. But yeah, gosh, I was gonna say, after like the fight scene, everything felt really chill, and I'm like, this feels calm. We're having really nice scenes of them like going back, eating like a dinner and having a chill talk and going back to the beach. Like everything felt chill, and I'm like, what's gonna happen? What's the climax here? Everything's calm for now. This is the calm before the storm. And then we get to see like him like fighting, and then we got to see MC remembers her past, not only with Raphael but with also Xavier. And I was under the impression that Raphael remembered their past together, but I guess in the card, in the main story, he didn't seem like he knew. So this whole time, I guess I was wrong. I thought he remembered her, but I guess he just only remembered her when they were little kids. When she met him as a mermaid, but I thought she remembered him. No, I thought he remembered her in these past timelines, but I guess not. I guess I was wrong, but we got to see he's myth mermaid, like the second myth mermaid, like version. I'm like, oh yo, I wish I had the other card, but oh my god. And then he had to say goodbye to MC because he had to bring Whale Fall City with him, and so he can have like the spirits go back and rest in peace in the sea. I was like sad. I was sad and like, Raphael, no, don't leave us. Like, don't leave us, please. And then he left, and then like, oh, and then I thought they were gonna end it there. And we were never I thought it was gonna be more tragic, like with Zane. Like we don't see him again. We know where he is. He's in the fractal library, but with like Raphael, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, this is more cruel. We're not gonna see him ever again, and we don't know where he is. But then he came back, and I'm like, oh, there was a part, apparently. Well, actually, I feel like Raphael's ending maybe been happy. I don't know about bittersweet, but it was happier because he got to have everybody like. He got Whalefall City back, and his revenge is kind of, I guess, complete-ish. But there was a Reddit post I read about Raphael at the very end of that chapter, and they said Raphael was fading away. I did not get that impression at all when they first read the main story, and I'm wondering, like, I wonder that he's fading away. Like, people know Raphael, people believe in Raphael, but they don't really believe in the sea god or think about the sea god, or like, or nobody praises the sea god except his people, because a lot of people think he's a myth. So I guess Raphael is fading away, not just because of himself, but like the sea god version of him, because now he's like fully a sea god now. But yeah. I'm gonna be really sad when Raphael falls. They were also making like Seafoam references too, right? I think they were making Seafoam references, and I'm like, oh, it's like the Little Mermaid references. Damn. I'm gonna miss Raphael. Fuck. It's like Caleb is gonna die, and then Raphael's gonna die now. They're both my two favorites of the series are gonna be gone. Well, they're not gonna be gone, but they're dying. They're dying. They're dying. No, why isn't my two favorites dying? They're fading away. Oh, by the way, Caleb is also apparently looking for something. I think he might know that they're gonna Ever is gonna use MC, so he's trying to find something desperate. He's desperately finding something that might replace MC. That's my theory, though. But he's desperately trying to find something that he even puts himself in danger of going into like areas in space that have not been looked at and are highly dangerous. So he's very desperate for something. There was also a bit that was interesting. Silas knows something in a specific area that is like godlike, and I'm like, what is that? I thought they were describing his body for some reason, but like there's something at the N109 zone hidden that is something godlike, and he's wondering if it can be destroyed or something. And I'm like, okay, so maybe we might see Silas again in the next like main story arc. Besides the 6th lead, I'm assuming the 6th lead is gonna have his own arc, but yeah, something with Silas, and then definitely Caleb, because we haven't seen Caleb in a while, and I miss Caleb. Oh my god, Caleb, no. I miss him so much. I miss him every day. Yeah. And we're getting to a climax here of Love in Deep Space. I wonder how it's gonna go. Apparently, Ever knows that the world is dying, the world is being dead, so that's why they need MC, because MC could replace the protocore of the Earth, and the Earth would be able to be stable again, right? Because our protocore is very unique, that it can I guess regenerate stuff. Like there in past writings of like the short stories, apparently MC was experimented on, and there was a part where they tried killing her multiple times and she was able to regenerate but lost her memories. So they're probably gonna try getting her again for that. But they're also trying to unlock her full potential, because she's not at her full potential yet. So I think we are very close to that point where we're gonna see what she's like, her full potential is like. I hope the 6th lead though is gonna be the last male lead, because like I as much as it's nice to see like more male leads, I feel like I don't want any lost focus, lost for the other male leads. Like if you have more male leads, then like the other 5 are just gonna be less focused on, and they're kind of already struggling on how to divide like attention between every single male lead right now. Like I think each male lead only has like one solo card and like one myth card every year, and like I think they're doing more multi-banners this year. So but yeah, I think it's just like the distribution of like showing each male lead might be really rough, and I don't want them to do that. Yeah, I think that's all I gotta talk about. I mean, I took like 50 minutes to talk about shoujo anime and Love in Deep Space. I thought it was gonna be done like around 12 minutes, or maybe like at the 30-minute point, but no, I was just I at least like I had like a huge rapping huge talking session over this. But yeah, I'm gonna okay now. I wonder if this is gonna be our last playthrough. Probably not. Maybe not. I might have to stop like maybe like an hour or something, but we do have only one case. There was a part I was really stuck at, but I think I have like a guide to look at for how to I guess interrogate the blonde girl with the glasses who was like the manager. Hopefully we can get through it. If we do finish this case today, then I'm like, oh wow, this is like a miracle or something. But, yeah. Let's see. Get it here. Oh, there it is. Huh. I wonder what happened earlier, but yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Let me change the category right now. justice for all. Okay. I think it should be good. Okay. God, I do not have enough health. I have very low health right now. That's okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so the first one had to do with the newspaper. Oh my god, I'm so fucking screwed! Oh my god. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. Hello, I'm back. Okay. And then it had to do with the lady. It's you, right? The Bachelor. Miss Impact. See, she committed suicide, didn't she? It looks like no one knows why. Okay, wait, I think this is something new. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. So, I believe you got close to Mr. Corrida so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckracker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that real? True? Really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Okay, so this is new. Attempter. This was okay. This was it. Okay, this part I didn't look. I think here, right? Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corrida. What? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Corrida. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you'd like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impact was someone very special to you. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie. Facade. You've always been searched out the people on whom you can depend on. You're dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop. When Celeste passed away, so suddenly like that, I died the death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her notes. You must have heard about the police reports. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Miss Impax's notes. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was, why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Kurita dead. Me. Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? Oh. Oh, okay. I had a problem with this last time. So they died like multiple times, but I guess it was really easy for me. Easier. It's true, I am a woman who can only live in security. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth.
Miss Andrews.
This one thing. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think that I'm a worthless human being right now. Don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Greta. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everything. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Kurita to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me at all. Well, it's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret.
Miss Andrews.
If people found out about my own weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. I guess I could agree with her. A lot of people would put... If they saw that with the manager, a lot of people would definitely, like, give her hate or, like, definitely use that on her. Seeing her, like, weak and giving her, like, a lot of comments of her being weak. And, like, I do agree with that. That maybe in this type of industry she's in, yeah, she probably would need to hide it, sadly. Thank you for your discretion. And then also is probably seen as embarrassing in this type of industry as well.
Mr. Nick, can I ask you for something?
What is it?
Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back.
That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this. I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. Why are you holding and twirling it? What is it? It looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. You're not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ingard in her capable hands. Is there anything else I need to examine? Okay, I'm definitely gonna save here because I have a lot of health now. Let's go. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
Well, what about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out all by this. She hasn't slept at all, and she has been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am.
You don't look fine to me. She's lying. We have to move her somewhere. Okay, what do I do now? Okay, there.
There's no one here. Everyone's gone. I wonder if the three of them went to eat together.
I don't think they'd ever do that. They're probably in yet another meeting. Okay, I don't think I need to examine anything. Anything in the detention center? No. Oh! Okay.
So, what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impact's suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver.
Hello? Wright and Co. Law offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering the phone. Maya! Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within the few feet of her this whole time.
Phew.
Which is why, I suppose, she is absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her! Very well.
Ask my...
Maya, is that you?
sis. Ask my sis.
Maya, damn it! He cut me off! Okay. What if Maya's not really actually getting hurt right now? This is all just like a ploy for something.
Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she?
Sis. Oh, maybe her sister knows what's going on. What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Dude, they're gonna... Pearl, you need to call her right now. Sorry. Mia! I have a message for Maya, so come. Ask me anything you want about her. How's Maya? She's safe. For now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper. What's he like? Or what does he look like so we can know? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Ugh. No, that's a lie. Dude, Maya knows what he looks like, though. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her.
Ugh, I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie.
That's so random.
I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only one to go. Have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Drat, it's locked. But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard.
That doesn't always work, Maya.
Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass puddles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry, not really thirsty. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. If I don't do something to the door first, I don't think I'll be moving anywhere.
I don't know. This card?
Huh? Someone dropped the card here.
Oh, it's the shell.
It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. That's it! The shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door to open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried.
To be continued. Oh, okay. And what's gonna happen? I wonder if we're actually. We might not get to the case today. I'm wondering. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I said we're not gonna get to the case. Well, I guess we're here. Adrian did it. That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence. I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Mia, we must get a complete acquittal today. I know. I can't focus on my situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. It's him. This is Wright. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. Day of the trial. Oh yeah. She's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait. Kidnapper sent me a present. Mr. Lawyer dude, who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget what you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? I lost it. Okay, I lost it. Oh, no one's there.
Court is now in session for the trial of man and guards, and the prosecutor and the defense ready.
I think I might be too loud. Okay. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma?
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor?
Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please give a bit brief. Now then, what is it?
Prosecutor. Prosecutor Von Karma has, this morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. Oh!
What?
Shot? Oh, what happened? Somehow, I think this is the present the man was talking about. His present. Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane! Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
I don't have that answer.
She's alive and in stable condition.
That's good. Your...
I thought he'd be on. Okay. Your Honor. Due to the circumstances, Miss Francesca Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. Yeah, okay, this is the spoiler I did get. The prosecution is ready, naturally. We're going against Phoenix's boyfriend again. Oh my god, like on the old days!
This one, Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt.
The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you two will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand.
Aw, he's so sad!
Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now.
For now!
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be a very rough fight. Yeah, it would have to be with Edward, the opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in this room.
Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their room, sir.
I see, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of that did pass by me. Okay, we are saving first. I remember happened when the Heroes Award ceremony. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m. and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say, the murder occurred during the 30-minute period break.
Please continue with your testimony, Detective.
After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty case. And why did you think that?
Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar, and we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. What's that?
We thought that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims.
I see. I just for my theory then.
Empty. There is some water, but only on the top of the lid. Bears Creator's fingerprints. Why is there water? That's the thing. Had nothing to do with the murder. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't at the EDGEWORTH Hotel that night.
Well then, or was it?
The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corrida, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir.
If you mean he forgot the guitar inside the case?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage of the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
So the guitar was empty even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Maybe he gave the guitar to someone.
The first order of business should be to gather more info from his testimony.
But there might be a trap set up for us somewhere.
Maybe. However, setting off traps is a part of the lawyer's job too.
If you say so.
Of course, we're supposed to escape from them too. What did you say?
Okay. So I don't think we have to like present anything here, just have to press. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah,
Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about?
she's defendant, Guard's manager. She's really pretty lady, sir.
Oh, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence.
That's weird, but I felt like that was kind of weird, but okay.
When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. Guard. After visiting his room, she went to the victim's room to get him from the show, sir.
I see. And that's when she found the victim's body.
Okay, I was pressing. The cause of death. Wasn't the cause Mr. Kurita was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here to this bandana.
Bandana.
These bandanas, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly from his neck around.
Oh, yes, I see. He's been a sense of banana.
Then what about the knife?
It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after he's dead.
I have a crafty murder on our hands here.
Time of death is 8:50 p.m. Cause strangled with a scarf and then stabbed with a knife. Why go with the extra then?
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to the next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt Engard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing.
Hi, about Detective Gumshoe. Please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir.
Why arrest Engard?
Matt Engard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Engard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes that a premeditated murder.
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing.
It was sort of a sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir.
Where's the victim's blood and Engard's fingerprints in the grip? Aid Waters engraved.
And there's the button.
It was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? Is this button also covered in blood?
Yes, and we know the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir.
What? Jammin' Ninja's button, added to the court record, was ripped from his costume, is covered in Kurita's blood, found in Engard's hakama. So it was ripped from his costume. Oh.
All of this points very clear to the defendant, wasn't it?
Somebody probably put it in there though.
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right?
No! Fuck you, no! I'll find the hole in your argument somehow.
You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions.
He's so sad. Do you have any proof that button belongs to the victim? The blood.
What do you mean, pal?
Oh, let me put this in this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Huh? But can you tell by just looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it.
Anyone could have smeared the blood on there afterward.
Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir.
Help me! Edgeworth, help me, please!
He's like... Alright, I knew it had to be that piece of evidence now to reel this one in.
Thread.
Huh?
The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And the thread snapped when the button was torn off.
You can't match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button.
It's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it! You're a perfect match, pal! That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat.
When was this button found?
After the button indeed was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Kurita. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button.
So it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police didn't have the free time to lollygag it and play tricks, unlike some people.
Hey, what's he trying to say about me here?
The defendant's fingerprints are...
Oh yeah, I forgot that they hate each other right now. Like, Phoenix really hates him right now.
How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Oh, what do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or over hands? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that.
I can't believe the bumbling of this department.
Hopeless. Are you paying attention to the testimony rights? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There was no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder.
Is the defendant the owner of this knife then?
Gumshoe, this is why you're getting fired. I'm sorry. There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife.
Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for. Phoenix.
Yeah?
There's something very interesting about what the detective just said, though. Think carefully before it's too late. A body covered in the victim's blood and a knife with Edgar's fingerprints. Be grateful if the judge were a guy more rash. He would have already pounded his gavel at closing. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in the testimony, no matter how small it may be, okay, Phoenix?
Okay, wait, I want to see what I have. So the button had blood on it. Rip. It had Edgar's fingerprints. Where the victim's blood and Edgar's fingerprints. In this script, Feedwater is for engraved. It was ripped into the costume, is covered in Traitor's blood. Wouldn't it also have fingerprints though? Where are the fingerprints? Where are the fingerprints on it? Yeah, it was found in Edgar's Henkama, but it didn't have his fingerprints. Wait, strangled to death and was stabbed with a knife. Wait, so then where was the button in all of this? Hold on. He was strangled. So what does strangling have to do with the... Like, cause like if he strangled him, why did he grab a button? Yeah, so this is his button. Right. He didn't need to, they didn't need to like grab the button when strangling him or stabbing him. Right, I'm just thinking here. Let me press on the other two I didn't get to do. But in terms of popularity, Mr. Ingard won, did he not?
Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Carita was always one step ahead, Mr. Ingard and everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. And Mr. Carita lost to Grand Prix in the end.
This is too bad. He must have been pretty not hard enough for losing.
I don't know what he's thinking about. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. Ingard was beating Mr. Carita in the popularity polls.
Well, yeah, I guess, but...
Which means this, in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all.
Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective.
It's not, well... I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive.
Objection!
Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired.
Edward season 2, oh my gosh.
No, not you too, Mr. Edwardson, that's... I look forward to your pension negotiations.
No!
No, detective, let's continue with the testimony.
I wonder if, like, Gumshoe's luck gets worse with each game. Like, his luck was so bad in this game right now. A lot of things are bad, bad happening to him.
No, not my poor pension too.
Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? Yeah, okay, that was just not answered. Okay, that's great. As for Evan, there's the jam in the button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Ingrid's The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. But what about the button? It was not on the button. So how could he determine that? I mean, defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes this a he bought the knife. Wait, he did get that from like the kitchen or something. He bought the knife. Where's the victim's blood? It has to do with the button, I think, for sure. And like, okay. It's just, I don't know where I would place this. Hold on, let me save. Let me save before I fuck up. So, defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. I'm just like, I wonder if it's the button we need to do. Because, yeah, it has the blood. But if we... What about the fingerprints? That's what I'm wondering. It's all... Strangled with a scarf and stabbed with a knife. I also find it weird that he was strangled and then stabbed with a knife, but they took the button for some reason. That's definitely like you are definitely trying to frame someone there. There is some water, but only top of the lid bears Greta's fingerprints. Wait, what is this? Nickel Samurai is to confess something about. Okay. We don't need it. It has to be the button. I think it's the button somewhere. Other than the victim, it's filled with tomato juice. Wait. They did check that the blood was his, right? For one of these. Did they actually check and it's not tomato juice? Right? Okay, I think the tomato juice is for later. Okay. Let's do this.
Objection!
Oh, I was wrong. But this statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor.
Sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Fortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright.
I must be on the wrong track. Okay, well, I need to repeat this again. The button covered in the victim's blood and a knife with Ingrid's fingerprints. I pressed everything, though. Okay, this is about how they held it. God, I don't know. I need to press again. I need to press again. Oh my god, no. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? No. There's a weakness here. What? Well, let's go back here. Yeah, no question.
Objection!
And we just okay, I'm I'm not gonna lie, after I finish this part, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. It is... it is kind of like pretty late right now. You just gotta succeed this one part. You just have to succeed here. I'm asking if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off. Maybe it might be this part. Okay. And the victim's blood is... Anyone could have smeared the blood. It's the tomato juice. I don't think the tomato juice is used for... I knew it had to be this piece of not to reel this on in. Wait, maybe it is this line that I have to present something. Or maybe not. Okay, so as for Evan, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and was found in the Mr. Inkert's comma. Wait, that's about like holding it right. Powered fingers range. Oh, the defendant. There is no way this was a premeditated murder even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. Okay, it's not folded. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. Well, this is not good. The prosecution can be proved it was immediate. Yes, something very interesting about what the detective said now. Oh, it's that last one. Oh my god, I didn't catch that. It's that last line. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes it a premeditated murder. Okay, and I somewhere here. It was a premeditated murder. He bought the knife. It was ripped from his costume. Gatewater. Wait, it's not bought because it's from Gatewater, right?
Objection!
Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument was that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand. That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife. You'll see what I'm talking about. Huh?
It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle.
Gatewater. I think I've heard that name. It's the hotel. I thought this was like, yeah, I thought this was like a knife from like the cafeteria, like the hall, right? Because they were eating. And it looks like a rich, fancy knife. So I'm right before. That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated.
This is very true. This is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit the knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough to realize this. But I didn't know. Oh, Cooper. The question is, where did this knife come from?
Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Creatus room.
Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on the top of the table. Tomato juice. There's a knife and a fork on the table. Oh, I was looking at something else.
Where in the world did this knife come from?
if it pleases the court. I would like for us to recall the room of the defendants, Mr. Matt and Gar. Especially what was on the top of this table. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife. That could also be the manager, though. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Ingard's knife was missing. Ugh. Mr. Ingard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Oh, hold on, I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. Why would he? I didn't get that. And without that, I believe the prosecution has proven that was a premeditated murder.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it.
A murder weapon with fingerprints and a pattern with the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. What? Evidence not yet shown? He means the evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, the gavel release will be ringing out the sound of our defeat.
Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to the courts?
What do I have?
Oh, this? No way. No. Wait. Because we got the picture from Gumshoe, right? These reports. We got them from Edgeworth. There's no way Edgeworth tricked us, right? With like not getting those reports from him. Wine glass. Some water. What am I hiding? I'm only thinking it's the report. Oh, this! The radio transceiver? No fucking. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. There's one. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel the trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one.
What the judge is saying, frame is done. Just don't try pulling up of your usual bluffs here.
Is it struggling time? Maybe. It might be. We have to show one piece of evidence. Also, welcome back to stream, Money. How's your day been?
If I mess this up, it's burdens for all of us. We're so screwed.
Let me save, please! Okay, let me save. I don't want to die.
Okay.
You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the courts?
The transceiver! Oh god. No, it's transceiver. Dude, there's no way Edgeworth gave us these reports, right? And he's like, actually I lied. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I didn't realize the red. Oh, what is this important evidence you must show to the court? Honestly, I do not remember. It's been a while since I played the last this on stream. Okay, what is this one last piece of evidence? Not the guitar. The wine glass? Magazine clipping. Gossip plan. The wine glass?
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailants. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Oh, well, yes, I see your point.
However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant a further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say to that?
Oh, well, yes. This is a little peculiar.
Yes, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can't stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it, Your Honor?
your opinion.
You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to the glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who has discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. No. Usually when they see a dead body, they would drop the glass and shatter it. They would not be like, oh my god, places it gently on the desk and be like, it's shocked. I don't think placing it, I don't think, if you see a dead body, I don't think you would place anything. I think you would just drop something. From what I've seen from movies.
That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright.
Did Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? There's no way. No way. If I appear weak here, the trial's over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. He just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table.
You turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim?
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? You're not thinking hard enough right today, right? Then you think this wine glass escaped my notice. Then, of course it has been roughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints. There were only one set of fingerprints left in this wine glass.
Only one! Well, whose are they?
They were not the victims of the defendants. Rather, they were one of Adrian Andrews. What? Found next to the victim, it's filled with tomato juice, bears Andrews' fingerprints. That's why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. She could have also murdered him though. She could have also murdered him, and it would make more sense if she murdered him. Like this was before she murdered him, like she placed the glass and then murdered him. Than just like finding the body and placing the glass there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Kurita. No, I don't think she would do that after seeing a body this close too. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Now do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenarios. It explains everything all too well. No, I still call that bullshit. Ugh. I felt long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover.
Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
No. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like to court to hear from. Another witness. Yes. Bailiff. Please bring in the next witness. What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? You know, what if he's actually trying to make us win? Oh, that's you. Okay, I'm stopping here. I'm stopping here. It is late for me now. Okay, I'm debating when to continue this. Either I don't know if I can do tomorrow, honestly. I'm thinking of maybe moving it to Saturday, depending on how much I have left of this chapter. Because I feel like I'm actually close to done with this. Because this is gonna be like one trial, right? If I still have like a lot of material to go through for this chapter, then we might not do Saturday, might do another day next week, but we'll see. But yeah, I am gonna end stream here. Hopefully you guys have a good day or good night wherever you are. Bye bye.